Howdy, it's Dr. Alejandro.
And I'm Dr. Emily.
And as many of you know, we have 4 clinics on our first 3 years in practice.
If you're ready to level up your business, find us at paththovictorychiro.com to get on the path to victory. The cost of flakiness. Your commitment is either going to build or break your character. So let's talk about what commitment is. Commitment is showing up, it's staying consistent, it's continuing to follow through even when the going gets tough. Let's talk about the opposite of commitment. It's flakiness, it's maybe energy, it's avoidance, it's canceling plans, right? And so I want to kind of walk through a personal story that I went through, especially when we first moved to Abilene. When we first moved here, we obviously didn't know anybody. And so we were pretty much just saying yes to anything that came our way, especially when it came to business stuff, screenings, events, because we wanted to get our name out there. When it came to the business, we were always consistent. We always followed through because we wanted to grow our business, right? We wanted people to know who we were. With personal plans, like if we ever got invited to an outing or so-and-so's having people at their house, we're doing game night, we were very flaky. And the reason or the excuse that we would give is that, well, we're just tired. We own a business. Like nobody understands what that's like. But what we were doing was actually detrimental to our reputation and to our character, because your personal life and your business life are not mutually exclusive. They're actually very closely tied together. How you show up for one thing is often how you show up for all things. So if you're flaking on personal commitments, even something as simple as I'm going to set my alarm for 5 a.m. and I'm going to get up and work out, and you do not do that, you don't follow through with your commitment, you are literally wiring your brain to not follow through with commitments. And the reason I bring this up is because I think it holds so true in business when people say, oh, I'm really going to grind, I'm really going to buckle down, and I'm going to go to all these events and do these screenings and really, really hustle to get new patients in the door. And then they find excuses or obstacles that kind of give them a clearance to get out of something. You're not only breaking down your commitment to yourself, but it reflects very poorly to other people on how you show up, right? And so I want to challenge you, what commitments are you not sticking with that you need to kind of reconsider and go back and follow through with? Because I believe that real freedom actually comes in the commitment when you go all in. When you decide, I'm not going to let myself down anymore. I'm not going to let my friends, my family, whatever I committed to, I'm not going to let them down anymore, because it reflects poorly on you.
And that is one of the reasons we give basically everything that we do to chiropractors whenever they ask us like, hey, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? We give everything because we know people are not committed to finish it, you know? And that's a simple way of knowing if you are committed or if you're flaky. Because we gave a bunch of the marketing playbook to a lot of people. I only got one person that said, dude, like I applied it and already next week I have like 5 new patients. You know, so there's a lot of people that just get things. It's like reading books and not applying it.
Yes.
It's kind of the same thing. You know, a lot of people just like, what book can I read today? You know, what book? I've read 70 books this year. Okay, like what have you applied though? Because it's not just about getting the information. You need to be committed to it. If not, I see it the opposite as just reading 70 books where you're being flaky because you're not putting it into practice then.
And I have 2 kind of tangents to go off of on that. There is maybe 2 subcategories to commitment. Number 1 is accountability. Who is your accountability buddy who is going to hold you accountable to these things that you say you're going to do? For us, we have each other, which is awesome. Like, hey, you said you were going to go to that men's thing and kind of talk about victory or whatever the case is. And if you come to me and you say that you're not going to go, or you found something else better that you could have done with your time,
You're going to call me out.
I'm going to call you out, and vice versa. Like, if I said I'm going to work out with a friend in the morning and I flake on her, you're going to call me out because you're holding me accountable. For some business owners, for some chiropractors, they don't have that luxury, but they sure as heck need to find somebody, need to find a mentor or a partner that can hold them accountable to these things. Because at the end of the day, if they're suffering, if they're not holding their commitments, patients are suffering.
Create that community, yeah.
People are suffering, right? And then my second tangent subcategory is going to be boundaries, because like I said, when we first moved here, we said yes to everything. And when you say yes to everything, you're saying no to other things. And I think being really, really clear and standing firm in your boundaries is very important when it comes to commitment. When it came to our business, I didn't have boundaries. I'm like, I'm going to freaking go to work at 2 a.m. I don't care because
Yeah.
I want this to work. This is our dream. This is our passion. And I'm all in. I'm committed. Right.
Mhm.
But when it comes to your personal life, and especially when we have a son now, we have a family, we actually have to have a lot more boundaries when it comes to that. So I think being very clear on whatever your boundaries are and having accountability can help you stay committed. So we would love to talk with you more about commitments, accountability, and boundaries. And a way to connect with us is going to be through our website, paththovictorychiro.com. We love to talk about these kinds of things. We love to help other chiropractors ultimately help their communities and have massive kingdom impact.